Good stuff. We're here. Thursday night. We're doing it Thursday night tonight because original plans were to do things on Friday, but we're not doing them now. But actually, it's good to come back on Thursday. It's weird. I'm on the right side of the screen. Usually I'm on the left side of the screen, which is kind of odd. There you go. Even better. Frankie does go with that. So we're just waiting for some more guys to come in. A lot of people look like they're coming into the room. Mark is a sought after commodity over here. So
Frank, I believe I requested center square.
Yeah, he wants center
that
square.
ain't happening.
Hey, Alice.
Keep those pits in the air like that. That ain't happening, brother.
Well, we're gonna have a good time tonight. It's gonna be even better because Steve Santucci's not here. It's always more fun without Steve looking at his profile while he's building his ponytail. Right, and Frankie with his. It's like the best of both worlds. We got Frankie Donati, and then we got Steve Santucci, who's hairy. Well, Frank, you're kind of hairy. It's ironic because mostly hairy guys are like bald. Like they're usually bald, but they have hair all over their bodies.
Nothing compared to him, though, brother. Nothing compared
Steve,
to him.
Steve's a hairy guy, man. Oof. Dude,
he's a wolf man.
If he was naked,
he could shave his eyebrows every couple of months and do hair for half a was it locks for love or whatever, just for his freaking eyebrows. No, you don't think so? All right, so a lot more guys are starting to come in right now, so let's give it a couple more minutes before we start showing Mark's work. Mr. Mark Bradley's our guest tonight. Rob Bottoms is like, we got to get Mark on. I said, absolutely. Mark does a lot of different things, so I'm glad you're here, man. Very diverse. Got some car models, some armor models, got some figures. I will say again on the record is another like, are you consider yourself a car guy or no?
He does now.
Well, so I did cars early, like most, when I was a kid,
right,
growing up and stuff. I did everything I could get my hands on. I did a lot of cars, a lot of aircraft armor and stuff like that. And for the longest time, I was an aircraft person. But last year, when that Tamiya 240Z came out, Scott gave me an advanced copy. Scott Gentry did, and I said, hey, I'd love to build that and stuff. And so he shot it over to me. And that kind of got me back into doing cars because I had such a blast doing it.
Right.
That now I'm looking at 24 different Tamiya kits.
This guy
sitting
at
here
Bradley Hobbies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was gonna say that for a guy who's not really a primary car guy, because you do a lot of like armor, military stuff.
Aircraft.
You take better pictures than most of the car model guys I know out there. Is anybody in here that's part of our model car mania group besides Justin? We got a fucking podcast for cars. These guys can't even take a damn photograph. They're like taking pictures with Polaroids, Frankie, like waving it to fucking develop it before the show starts.
The little Fuji cameras.
Yeah, they get one of those disposable cameras that you use at weddings to take pictures of your penis in the bathroom.
What?
Put it back on the table. Yeah, that's what happened. Like people at these weddings would always have like these disposable cameras on their tables, and people would like take the worst pictures. You ever did that?
Oh, Justin, yeah.
No.
This is why
I was at a wedding long time ago. Before we were married, me and Deb, one of our sorority sisters, got married like in Maine. It was like game 4. I think it was either game 3 or game 4 of the 98 World Series with the Yankees and the Padres. I wound up going up like half the night watching the game. My wife got hammered, but we weren't married at the time. But guys were taking pictures with the disposable cameras, like taking it in the bathrooms and taking like ass shots, ball shots. It's horrible. I was like, wait till I develop these pictures. It was terrible.
Jeez.
Anyway, all right. Well, listen, man. Now the room is filling up, and we're going to talk to our good friend Mark Bradley. Mark is a great model, a great guy. Mark, great barbecuer. Rob Adams looks up to this guy as a barbecue. Rob Adams doesn't look up to a lot of people. Talks about Mark Bradley all the time. He's like, if Mark could just send me a gallon of his rub, I'll be happy. Right, Rob?
Oh yeah, I would be happy. They're all coming up on my Facebook memories now. All those pictures.
Right, he's all like, yeah, he's pouting. He's like, I'm out of the rubs.
No,
Like,
we'll get you restocked here.
If I remember right, I remember going, Rob, how much more rub you got from Mark Bradley? He's like, I think I'm down to my last bottle, man. I'm trying to save it.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you saving it for? He's got to use it, right? It's like it's not going to make more.
No.
Now it's.
Well, we're gonna. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you guys a little bit of the story on it later, but because barbecuing is a activity I do with my wife, and
Right.
it's kind of something that we do together and stuff, and that's where we kind of got into the rubs when we were doing competition.
Right.
And people are like, "Hey, where can we get our hands on this?" And we're like, "Yeah, we don't sell it. We don't know." And then that was like one of those missed opportunities. We started doing it, and then
Right.
we sent I provided a little bit to Mr. Adams here, and and a few other folks. I mean, I come to Amps and I got to stock a few guys up. So I go to IPMS, I'll stock a few guys up. So
Rob is trying to deconstruct your rub, sitting there like on the table, tasting it, trying to figure out which elements of how much percentage of each thing you're putting in, or how much onion powder, how much cinnamon or sugar, whatever you're doing.
It gives you the nicest color meat.
Yep.
It's just friggin' come on. I mean,
the three we did the 3 rubs. Those are the 3 main ones. There's a couple extras that I'll throw in little packets for you, Rob, when we get them over to you.
He's getting excited. Look at his nipples are getting hard. I can see it from here.
I haven't even been barbecuing.
He just leaned over and got taller. Okay.
He's got a tripod going. He's thinking of I'm not kidding, Mark. He talks about Rob. Not too long ago. You're like running out of the rubs.
Yeah, that's good food, I mean, hey.
Yeah, man. So but Frankie Donati can definitely act as the mule to bring some rubs for you after the IPMS Nationals.
Yeah, unless
don't have them labeled though.
No, we're good.
They're gonna say rubs on them.
It's got to be put into balloons that he has to swallow.
He's gonna shove it up his ass.
There's been other things up there.
Frankie fucking pulling balloons
these
out
are
of
the
his
large
ass
bottles,
full of
so good luck with that.
Holy crap, Mr. Radcliffe,
get your prison
is in
pocket
here.
ready. Okay.
Who's that? Paul Radcliffe?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's Paul Radcliffe?
He's from the UK. He's
okay. Yeah. Well, good to see you, Paul. We're glad you're here. I mean, I'm sure you're here to
be
see.
Late there. Holy
you're not here to see Rob Adams. You're definitely here to see me, I'm sure. And Mark.
No, he doesn't want to see you.
All right, we're gonna get started. So, Mark, how about this? Just what we're gonna do. We go about an hour and a half, 90 minutes. We're already 10 minutes in. We're gonna talk about your work, which you have really good stuff. Some stuff which I like. What you also included some unpainted stuff that we can talk about the builds, which I like to do as well. I like if try to tell people is give some pics of any in progress builds as well as finished work. Not everybody takes pictures of in progress, so a lot of times people don't have them until they're painted and stuff. So it's really good to see some in progress stuff because you got some nice kits in there we can talk about.
Cool.
Little background about yourself. Those who don't know you, who's going to watch this either live or probably on the on tape. Just give a little background about yourself. How you got into the hobby, what you like to build, and that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Wherever don't start at the very beginning. Start where you started really get interesting in the hobby.
It was a late evening and my parents were bored.
Well, funny thing, I got into this hobby because I was literally born into it. My parents owned a hobby shop north of Detroit back in the 70s. And so literally I spent the first 5 years of my life on the freaking counter. My grandfather did trains. My father did RC, still does RC. We do a pack back here behind me here. I got about a dozen
Your dad
giant
still does
scale.
it today? Still? Well,
Yep.
that's awesome.
He actually, yeah, he's pushing 80, and he flies turbine jets.
Oh, that's great. My
So-
dad would about the same age, just a little
Yeah.
over 80. My dad was willing to train, so that's awesome that you could do that. That's great.
Yeah, my grandfather was in the trains, and that's where I kind of remember that as a kid, and I have his locomotive and stuff in my collection here at the house is a sentimental stuff. So
Nice.
things like that. But yeah, I mean, I spent building models, flying RC. They used to there's 8mm video of my parents getting drunk and having me fly control line RC, the old testers foam RCs with the Cox engine on the picnic table. I'm gonna get about 5 years old and standing here doing this shit. Yeah. So there's they're all drunk off their ass. Yeah. So then there's 8mm film of that. I'm like, okay, great, all right. But no, I mean, I stayed in the hobby, and it's my parents got divorced. My father came out here to Colorado late 70s, and my mom remarried, and my adopted father, he kept encouraging me. He was a bit of a jock and a really good guy, and he raised me up, stuff like that. And then, but yeah, I did it all through high school, college. Just stayed in it. A lot of these folks are like, well, I got out of it because I found girls and all this. I'm a modeler. So
No, that's awesome. You still
Found
doing
a
that. I
girl,
mean,
and you stuck with her.
You still
Yeah.
found a girl, though, Mark.
I was in my 40s when I found the girl, and I found the right girl.
there
So
you go.
I mean,
Star Wars convention.
well, yeah. I mean, we played World of Warcraft, and that's how we met. So, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
so I stayed in the hobby. I've been in, just kind of kept going. And when I moved out here to Colorado, I mean, I came out for Christmas break and back in '92, and I stayed, and that's where I've been. And I just had a suitcase and built everything up and all that, and kind of got
And
into
now
IT
you have a hobby
and
store in your
did
basement.
that.
That's
Well,
awesome.
and to be fair, my wife Jamie, when I had the house before since 2008, and when we've been together since 13, and when she got here, everything was still in the moving boxes. I never took it out of the basement. It was all, I'd grab the model out, work on it, and shit like that. It's like, okay. So she got in here and was like, what is this? And all this, and she got involved and stuff like that, and liked it, and started unpacking it and putting shelves up. And to be fair, it's her, her pushing and her work of putting it together, the shelving and stuff like that kind of created the Bradley Hobbies thing.
There you
So,
go.
and then like the work area that we did during COVID, like I'm going to pivot the camera a little bit, but you can see the whole, we did
Yeah, you
all
got
the
a great
hobby
little
stuff.
space. Yeah,
She
hobby
did
zone
this.
stuff.
I've got 3D printers back here.
Get her over my house. I need to be organized over here.
Oh yeah. I mean, her workspace is right on the other side. She does figures. She does German armor.
Wow,
stuff
look at
like
this, man. It's fucking amazing. This is, see, but you did the right thing. You waited till 40 to get married. I wish I did. I better not take
Yeah,
too long.
I
I'll get
mean,
fucking hit.
we got friends
gonna
that are
get hit.
complaining about kids in college, and we're like, yeah, don't have that problem.
That's awesome. Well, God bless you, man. I mean, listen, I love your story. I mean, I love that you stuck with the hobby for all that time. I mean, I think it's a similar story, but with the exception of, like you said, where everybody says, at this time of my life, I stopped because of girls. Most of them didn't stop because of girls. Most of the guys were hoping they were hooking up with girls. A lot of them weren't. No, I'm not going to mention names. Some of them are in the chat as we speak. But everybody does take a break doing crazy shit, like in those your late teens, early 20s, and then you get back and you find the reason to get back into the hobby, which is a great reason to get into the hobby, right?
Yeah,
it's a great hobby, man. No one, and we were talking about this is something that I got to get our next episode of our podcast out. It was recorded about a week ago. I was just trying to get stuff done for my commitments with the magazine. I also retired on Tuesday, so
they just don't know it yet.
Well, I'm retired. And I'm going to leave, but I'm going to be retired.
So.
Yeah, 30 years. I've been there 30 years, Mark. So it's time.
Yeah.
I'm going to just focus on my consultant work and work from home. Don't have to worry about driving to Brooklyn anymore. Just going to sit home, do models, and do my consultant work, and just relax. But yeah, so I will get that new podcast out. But the reason I'm bringing that up is not to talk about me. That we did talk about on one of our topics was discussing how the hobby, different hobbies and what we do and why we do it. And it was an interesting conversation. And I just always feel like the modeling hobby, like regardless of what the modeling genre that you do, is this the best hobby around. I just feel like you could be the most creative with it. So not Rob Adams. He's kind of hasn't really partaked in the hobby in quite some time. He still has the same shit behind. Look at it. If anybody remembers
but
last
he does
week's
okay.
show,
I mean, he does okay. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut
right.
every now and then.
If
So
anybody
it's true.
remembers
It's
the
okay.
Russ Clark episode with last week, which was really good, Russ did a great job. The same things that are behind Rob are in the same exact spot. I'm sure if he moves it, there's like a dust spot right there. Around
No. I told you. I took the F-35 and put a flat coat on there.
Yeah,
I did do something.
I'm sure you did.
I did.
How you don't have that in a box, dusting, not to get touched with dust is beyond me. And look at Frankie Donati. Look at his wife Chantel bringing him fucking hot chocolate,
Coffee.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. I mean, you talk about wives, the good wife. Look at how good his wife is.
Yeah.
She just left. She hear me now. She's evil. You sure? Oh, she just walked back in. She's coming back. She's got a knife, Frank.
She's always had a knife. I just haven't been able to find it yet.
Chantel, I'm gonna come by with the white gloves and check the banister when I'm up in town. They better be clean when I get up there. There'll be problems.
Dude, she would fucking destroy you.
I know she would. But Debbie's half passed out on the couch, so she can't hear. All right, Mark, we're gonna look at your work. So Frankie,
At least you don't have the problem, Frank, that I have. I mean, because when everybody comes over to here, for the monthly amps meeting here at the house, they're planning the murder sale. So
yeah, I hear you.
I hear you. And I keep telling everybody if I'm missing, I'll be either under the garden or under the shed, that type of thing. And Jamie will have an award on her, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife came up to me and said, I learned an interesting fact the other day. I go, what? She goes, if I bury you vertically, then they can't find you with the radars and the spies. Yeah. Thanks, honey.
That's a really narrow hole. Frankie's got the skinniest, longest legs you've ever seen.
I'm easy to get in there. Yeah, but I got thighs that'll kill you. Anyway, back to Mark.
She'd have to rent an auger to dig that hole.
Postal digger.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. All right, Frank, you picked something up to talk about. We're going to figures first. I see Mark is partaking in some figures here. So what do we got here, Mark? What figures are these?
So these are the two figures. So this was a bit of an exercise. That's
okay.
So I hadn't done. I've normally done 40K figures, that type of thing, fantasy miniatures and things like that. Right. And one of the things I wanted to do is when I did the Bradley, I did a figure sitting on the back and stuff like that, and that had been the first real 35th scale figure I'd done in ages. And I'm like, okay. Well, I took these two guys, we went to Amps and I got a bunch of Alpine and the guys from Last Cavalry.
Last Cavalry.
Bought a bunch of stuff there. I got the H3 model stuff. I got Alpine
great stuff. Stan and Luke love that stuff.
I got all these figures and it's like, well, shit, I need to start painting them. And so what I did was that we took these two are the two guys from the Kettenkrad set from Tamiya. I replaced the heads with spare Alpine miniature heads, that Tayson has, and did the straps from Tamiya, just Tamiya masking tape and stuff like that, and then did the groundwork for them. That's it, and it's painted with AK. And by the way, I blame Rick Lawler for converting me to AK, so it's his fault because I have all of the real colors now, except for 5. And I'm working my way closer to all of the third gen colors.
The third gen, yeah. Well, Rick's a great guy, and he's a great ambassador for those paints and those supplies. Mm-hmm. He makes it look easy. Try this.
And the cool thing about these, these figures and stuff, I painted them with AK. I was playing with the fading and stuff like that on them. One thing that I did find was the buttons are scratch built. The buckles and the shoulder boards and markings and stuff on the figures are actually from Rado miniatures. Those little photo
Rado, yeah.
Dorado. Yeah. So that's what they are. Is they've been painted up. I got to finish painting the faces and stuff. I added the groundwork and stuff that you see here. I got to.
Yeah.
I want to add a little bit more static grass along that edge there, right on either side.
Are these like tufts or whatever they call them that you put on there?
Yeah, these are various tufts I've had.
I like
stuff
that.
Like
They
that.
look good. I like it. Yeah.
You know, and then I just want to add a little bit more, grass and stuff. So these guys are kind of walking through a little bit of a field, just on a trail and stuff. I did some.
Now these are both the Alpine figures.
No, these are Tamiya figures with Alpine
Tamiya's
heads.
okay, with Alpine heads. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tamiya.
Tamiya.
Tamiya. Yeah.
Austin Pfeffer Incorporated.
So what's the gray that you said that this is third gen like field gray?
Yeah, this is the one of the first sets I picked up from the third gen was that German uniforms where it has both the field gray and the field green. That's what these are. It's their recipe. Here's the base. Here's the highlight. Here's the.
You bought like the set, like the feet, like and
they were literally the first AK third gen colors I picked up. This
I like
one,
the highlight.
One
this
for the
looks really good. And faces are still work in progress.
Yeah, faces are work in progress because I've got, according, when I took these up as a work in progress to Scott Gentry's show out in Salt Lake, Rocky Mountain Expo, and did that. And Rick's like, you're 5 brush strokes away from these being perfect. I'm like, fine. So,
you asshole.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine. So I got to sit down and ping him on Zoom and
find out where those 5 strokes go.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I want to get them done for. I want to get them finished because it's my wife and I are driving out to Fort Wayne this year, like we usually do. So
month away, right? It's about a month away.
Yeah.
Which is it the first weekend of August?
First week of August. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be driving out. But I want to have these guys ready. I want to have the car ready and a few other things. I want to take the book.
Well, we're gonna get to the car. The car. You talk about the car with the engine exposed?
No, actually, the silver one, the one I'm painting right now.
But still looking good. We have him here. We'll definitely get to him. But I love it though, because you're doing a lot of different things. I mean, doing figures is a lot different than doing armor or painting cars. It's it's a lot different, and this brings out a different skill set in you. It actually makes you a much well-rounded modeler too by being able to do it, especially when it comes to armor, because you're able to add stuff that adds scale and life to your model. It's a big difference for a model with no figures, and then when there's a model like commanding the tank, always brings a lot more life to it too, I think.
Yeah, no, it's been a good exercise. One of the things I'm hoping for amps next year is I've got those H3 models, 1/16 scale American paratroopers.
Okay, 16th. Oh, wow.
16th, yeah, and I'm doing a vignette of the 3 figures that are going to be like in a circular base, and my goal is to take that to Camp Hill next year.
Well, full disclosure, I'll even say it's too probably going to get mad at me, but we're trying to get Calvin Tan to do a seminar, workshops at Camp Hill and amps next year. Kind of working on the logistics. So if you want to watch a guy, probably the best figure painter in the world in front of you painting a figure, Camp Hill might be the place. So
we're definitely going to be there. My wife's actually coming to it this time.
Great. Nice.
She's from Pennsylvania. She grew up in this up near the West Virginia, Pennsylvania section. Up in that area, Aleppo is the area there in Pennsylvania and stuff where she was at and in around there. So we're actually going to drive out to Camp Hill next year. She's going to take the car and go back to visit family and aunts and stuff like that while I'm sitting.
And she's going to drive back to Colorado.
Then she'll drive. Yeah, no. Then she's going to drive back to Camp Hill. So she's going to we're going to probably go out a week in advance.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, I thought you were flying back by yourself and she was driving back.
No, we're going to she's going to come there like the Saturday. She'll be back. We'll leave that Sunday after the show, and then head back home and take our little road trip there.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. You did a really good job on these figures so far, Mark. These look really good.
Thank you.
Excellent. I love German uniform. I like those figures like that.
I'm
That-
really
that
pleased
was
with how I got the gradation and stuff on it, and they look really good. I'm really
I think they
pleased with
do.
the way they're
Great
doing.
photography. Very another week where we have great photography.
I need to, from the photography standpoint, there's a couple of folks that really gave me some great advice. Rick Lawler did one. I posted up in a couple of chats. Said, "What do you guys think of this pictures?"
All right.
First off, it was here's it sucks, you're bad, you're terrible, fine, and then they kind of get helpful. Jonathan Anderson, Scale Model Doc, also was very helpful and basically said, okay, you need to adjust this and adjust that, and I played with it, kept doing it, and so now I've got it. I use Lightroom and
I
regular.
try to stay away from the Lightroom. When I take pictures, I just have the settings on the camera. And
I do that. I got a regular digital camera, proper
and
digital
then-
camera, a
Because
Nikon
my
here
color
that
is
we
off
use.
a little bit, so when I get into Lightroom, and start adjusting stuff, especially for the magazine, I just let the layout guy he'll change whatever needs to be changed.
Yeah,
I don't trust myself with that. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to drive the car. I don't know how to fucking fix the engine, type of thing. I can hit the shutter button. I can hit the screen to take a picture, but I don't know how to adjust the colors. I'm not good at that. So.
I was, as funny as I wasn't either, and then I just kind of played with it, and I just kept sending out for public feedback.
Yeah, your pictures are really good,
getting the
Mark.
critique.
Excellent.
Like, okay,
excellent pictures.
But no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Really, really good pictures. I'm hoping people who will watch and take some notes. Russ last week had great pictures. You now, great pictures.
Yep.
The other guys that I had on the show that might be on some of other podcasts of ours take terrible pictures.
Yeah,
Right,
I love this fucking thing. I got to see this one in person.
The Booker. This is a great job. And the ironic thing is, I remember, Mark, when you were building this, you're building it, you're all happy, and you're like, they just fucking discontinued. This thing didn't even hit service. They're already throwing it away, and I'm building this.
That's all. So last year at Camp Hill, when I had the Booker, it was like, they just canceled this, right? Yeah, no shit. Yeah, we took the delivery.
They just said all the money they were going towards the Booker. They're like, we need new toilets in the fucking at the mess hall.
I'm really. It was a wonderful kit to work with. The tracks, the tracks were. I've built Meng tracks. I've built a lot of different tracks and stuff like that. They did there was a few things that we had to work with. There was 8 to 9 parts per link.
Right.
And all told, the tracks themselves were about 1,500 parts.
Did you do the full run?
Crazy.
I did the full run. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Magic Factory, great
I did the full run, and I still have a number of individual links for future projects because these are the T161 tracks. The same as the Bradley, same as the Bradley series, the Booker series, the M109 Paladin series use them. So I've got a few of those tracks for future. But
Dean's asking Dean. So the next year's Camp Hill AMP show is going to be in May. The dates, I'm not exactly sure of what exactly the dates are. It's usually like the second or third week of May. So, but it is in May. Definitely in May. I don't know the exact dates yet. I think it might be either the end of the second week of May or the third week of May, but it is May. All right. I don't know.
And they gave you the stuff to do all the the vision blocks and all that shit, right?
Yeah, on this one, Magic Factory owes me royalties from my Bradley build, because on the Bradley they didn't include that, and I posted, and I'm just kidding with Magic Factory. They're good people. They
good stuff. They make good stuff.
But I took during when I was building the Bradley, I found that little sticker back at Michael's, in the craft aisle, and it's the chromatic type sheet, 12 by 12 sheet of the adhesive back film.
What, you can get it at Michael's? Wow, I didn't know that.
And so I did that, and that's what I did on the Bradley. I made it out, cut it to shape, and did all this. And then funny is, right after that I posted that I did that, all of a sudden you started seeing these die cut things coming out with the next series of Bradleys and the Bookers, and I'm like, oh, where's my royalties, guys? But No. So yeah, they had all the periscopes and the lenses and stuff like that. They're adhesive backed. They include it, so it's not an aftermarket set and stuff like that. It's just really it's rock solid. This one, this was one of the color schemes from that was included with the kit. It's based on, a lot of people have seen the M1A1 Abrams that's been floating around, where it's in the where it's in like tan camo with white. That was the inspiration for this. It's over in Germany during it was one of the Marine ones. That's what was the inspiration for this color scheme, or in camouflage. So I wanted to head. This is in Hohenfels, Germany. That's where I set it, and I went through and did it. It's pretty much, with the exception of the stowage, it's stock, 100% stock. I added some of the AK ammo netting. One thing I did do is the only thing that's not stock other than the stowage is the crew machine gun, the Browning 50 cal. That barrel, I got a short shot. So the cooling jacket wasn't, it's got those holes on the cooling jacket and stuff for it. It wasn't fully formed between the holes and stuff. So it's like, all right. So I used the T-Rex one, dropped that in, did that. And then I wanted to add some stowage with the packs and stuff. So I got the Meng resin.
Dude, I love the stowage. You did a great job on it, and then the weathering on it's great. I've seen this in person, obviously, because you had this at Camp Hill, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the only model I brought at Camp Hill.
Right, but the stowage was excellent. I mean, the attention to detail, that's what brings out the models. I mean, not to mention you did a great job with the camo, with the whitewash and the weathering, but the stowage, your tools, they look real. It looks excellent, and even in person, it even looks better. So you did a really nice job on that stowage on the turret. The amount of you spend probably just as much time painting that as you did painting your model. Like, you took time to paint them and bring out all that detail, and I think you did an excellent job with it. Excellent job,
Paul. It's a magic factory, Booker.
It I mean, it was funny is that they reached out to me. I guess there was some Chinese magazine, or magazine in China and stuff, I should say, not Chinese, but a magazine in China that on weapons, kind of like, weapons of today, that type of thing. And they had reached out and said, hey, can we use your Bradley for our article? It's not related to modeling. I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
it's great.
They said, we'll send you a free kit. Oh, okay. So,
we'll send you a free kit. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. I'll take. They know.
No, that's great.
Irene is my favorite gift. Okay.
Yeah, no, and they held down to the bargain. They sent you a kit.
Yep, they sent me actually the M2128. With the what if. They sent me that before it actually hit the market. So I was like, cool. So
that's awesome. That's really good to them. Man.
Must be nice to be Mark Bradley.
Yeah, it's got to be nice getting free shit. Still
it's literally the only free shit I've ever gotten in my life.
You got something
as far as modeling is concerned.
You got a kit. I got Rob Adams. It's good. There's pluses
you got the raw end of the deal there.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
No, it was a lot. I saw somebody said about the base. Appreciate it. The base was I used a cork for the base on that, and then carved it out of XPS foam, and then did stuff like that, and then I used AK asphalt to simulate.
How do you like the asphalt? It's good.
It actually worked out really well. When I had it, I used a spatula to get it smoothed out, and then I came back over with some sanding, sandpaper, sanding block, I should say, to kind of knock it down.
Frankie.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, I called you Rob. I was talking about Rob. Yeah, I remember you did it really. Look at that, man.
And I kept it where there's just enough snow on it to give the sense that it's snow falling, just starting to fall. Because I didn't want to cover the model too much. There's a few spots that where I've got the snow collected, up against certain grates, stuff like this as it's moving along, and that's why you've got the snow in the center of the along the center lines there and stuff like that. And
Yeah. Really nice.
it was kind of funny as I had to measure. I dug around, and when I was doing research, like, okay, I better figure out what the lines are on a German road between the side line and the dividing, the hash marks. And so I did that.
Some asshole that tells you it's wrong.
You know it.
I
Absolutely.
measured it on my screen. You're off by 2 millimeters.
That's exactly it. So I measured it out and found the dimensions between the side of the road and the center, and it did that and scaled it down.
It's different everywhere. Than Germany's different than other places.
Yep. So, and I actually went in and around Hohenfels, and then worked through and did that. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, really, I mean, excellent. Would you like the dusting on the tracks, on the pads? I think it looks really convincing. Do you remember what you did?
Yeah, I used a little bit of AK powders and stuff, along with this was one of the first models I used VMS on.
Okay.
So
the VMS pigments.
Yeah, I did a little bit of the liquid pigments, the pigment jockeys, and mixed that and did all that. Kind of channeled my inner, what's his name, Lucas, the Cold Demon PL, on the YouTube or whatever. That I forget his last. Yeah, he's Polish, and can't channel my Polish side of me right now to say his name properly, so I'm not going to do it.
All right.
I'm half Irish, half Polish. Go figure.
There you go.
So
corned beef and cabbage pierogies.
There you go.
Drinking Irish whiskey. Okay.
Hey, cufflinks. They look like cufflinks.
So what is this now? We're going to a car bottle right now, right, Frank?
Yep. So those
are rotors and disc brakes there, buddy.
Those are
No,
rotors. I know they're rotors, and that's why I said we're going into a car. Just to know it
that
all.
would be the current project. That's the Nissan GTR R34 from Tamiya, the Z-Tune kit. So this is my palette cleanser. This is the one that's currently underway where I did we got back after Rocky Mountain Expo and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I've had several different projects, a couple different things in flight, and I wanted something I could do quick. Started doing this. The brakes themselves, the rotors are photo etch. And so what I did there is I put them on a disc sander, like a Dremel, and then used the sanding sponge to create the rotational grooves on them.
Oh wow!
Not those hash marks that you see, but in person there's a little bit more of a rotational, like on the rotor and stuff. Like you'd see the pads would squeeze it and stuff.
Yeah,
you get that rotation.
I see it a little bit. I can see it. Really cool.
So I did that, and then that's just from the Tamiya upgrade set for the kit. That's all. All extra.
And it's all photo etch, you said.
Yeah, it's a plastic part, and then what they did is they usually got this thin piece of photo etch that creates that surface there. That's it. Just sits on it, but everything else is like the calipers and the center hub and all that. That's all plastic, and they just have these little photo etch discs for that squeezes under that caliber there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Really cool. Now, what scale is this again? I might have missed it. I know that Big John Hale already yelled at me for not listening.
No, this is 24 scale. So this is a standard, standard car model and stuff. I don't work in 143rd because I can't see that shit. So no. But
that's really cool.
Stock wheels.
What color did you use on those?
Those are actually Tamiya's metallic gray.
Okay. Yeah.
I use lacquer paints so I'm a little weird. For my automotive models, what I've been doing is using Tamiya lacquers for that, and except for this current build. So those are Tamiya LP metallic grays. The interiors are Tamiya LP, but the exterior, that silver color I'm using actually Pro Scale paints from the UK.
Was it someone here, Rob, or Justin? Someone mentioned something about the lacquer metallic silver. Is that who someone mentioned how good it is for Tamiya? Someone was mentioning it.
Tamiya Chrome Silver.
Silver
is supposedly like the best silver paint there is ever.
Okay, is that LP lacquer line or regular?
No, I think it's the regular. I got a bottle.
Okay, interesting. Okay, and this is the LP, the lacquer line, right?
Speak amongst yourselves while I look.
Take a look. So do you thin it with like the leveling thinner, or do you use
Yeah, I
TMT?
use MLT. So yeah, I definitely did. So in this case for
there it is.
Tamaya,
Great.
I'm just using MLT.
Excellent.
I did order up some here
Hey.
recently because I have the lacquer. Somebody said there's a lacquer Tamaya LP, the orange top that has retarder built into it. So I
I
ordered up
haven't
that.
seen
So
that over here though. I don't see it available. My store carries old Tamiya stuff for years. They don't have that. The thinner with the retarder, the MLT equivalent.
I
haven't
use
seen it.
Shopify.
Oh, you found it?
And yeah, so I have, when I use the shop.app, on my phone, basically I have it search for it, and when it pops up, I'll flag it and see where it comes in, and because it's got that built-in AI function, it'll go find it for me. And I'm like, okay. And like I ordered some, when everybody couldn't get, it was funny, you couldn't get Mr. Leveling Thinner, or no, excuse me, you couldn't get the
Mr.
Tamaya
Surface.
enamel thinner, the X20. I found 3 bottles in Canada and had it shipped out. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, what?
Look at him. He's got Mr. Hobby. He's got Mr. Surface of Pink to do his
Yep.
red. Right? The reds.
That's exactly it. So I'm learning.
There you
So
go.
I put I put that the pink there because these Z-Tune, they made like 19 or 20 of them. And it's perfect for, I use the pink primer for red. It's perfect as a base for that red, gives it more vibrant. So
See, I was actually just gonna say, Rob, come on, car guys, watch this airplane and tank guy.
Wow, look
Well-
at that, man. You're right. Look at that red pop.
Yeah.
mhm.
Wow.
And that's just Tamaya. That's just Tamaya's pure red. That
on
LP,
top of the pink.
yeah, on top of the pink.
And
Yep.
that's the pure red from
LP7.
the LP line.
Yeah, LP7. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So
That's meant for car models, I think, that color. Right?
Yeah.
That red, pure
Well,
red.
there's not too many tanks rolling up with that red, I'll tell you.
No.
Maybe an Italian one.
You know what, Frank?
Sometimes, Rob. Sometimes I'm
asking the questions here, man. I'm trying to keep the conversation going. Rob Adams is already half intoxicated.
It doesn't mean you have to bring it down.
God damn.
So hold on. Did you spray? That's all sprayed as well. The cushions.
Yeah. Yeah, so the cushions
Dashboard.
are all, everything's airbrushed. So there is no, even the center console, stuff like that, there's no brush painting on this at all. The only what I did is I masked, yes, sir. I masked the shit out of it. Had it all masked out, even that silver center console. Had it all masked up, and then I used Tamaya panel liner, like you can, because I wanted to do give it a little bit of pop. So I used the panel liner gray to kind of, show the lines and stuff like that, and then blend it in. The cool thing here is you can actually see the fuzzy carpet in this picture because
I do. Yeah.
It's not flock. I normally like when we see the Nissan, the Datsun 240, I use embossing powder, but here Tamaya's upgrade set already had basically the equivalent of Zoom On carpet. It was adhesive back sheets pre-cut. Just drop it in, and I use that for the carpeting. So
Nice.
What? I didn't know you.
Listen, this is painted better than some car modelers I know.
Yeah.
Like dedicated car modelers. No offense.
Settle down there. Settle down.
yeah, and the
Well,
cool thing is that I used so for on the center console, you got a little on the top there. You've got a little CRT, like a little LCD screen,
Yeah.
and then on the dashboard, those are decals, and then I used UV resin, that quick cure UV resin to create the lenses and stuff.
Well, I think you got duped though, Mark. The steering wheel's on the wrong side.
Yeah, they only made 19 of them, and they're all right-hand drive.
Oh shit. All right, well, I guess you got to go work with what you got, right?
Yeah, and they're all the same. So that's what's funny. This interior color, they made in real life, they made a number of them most of them are silver with black wheels.
Okay.
The black wheels look like a black hole to me because it just doesn't work. Yeah. That's why I went to the metallic gray, a little something different. And then they did do one that was almost like a purple. It was a midnight purple.
Okay.
And it's
So
I've got
cool.
another one, and I'll be doing it that purple color. So
That'd be
I
cool for-
airbrushed the logo on the radiator and did that, you know, a little bit of Tamiya
Nice.
Yeah.
on the intercooler there and
Just
stuff.
put the
So
engine in there and drive that around with no body around it. That would be so cool. It's like a buggy.
I had to take some pictures of it, so because
Yeah.
I really wanted to get some progress. This one's done, and then I'm moving on. You know, I had to move on to the body.
Now, does this come with an engine? Does it come with an engine?
Negative. It's a
Oh, wow.
curbside, so there's no engine.
No engine,
So-
huh? Okay.
Yep. So, but
Wow,
then I
you
did
did
the.
Nice
Go ahead.
job.
Thank you.
So cool, man. I love it. It looks really. I like that. Even you're giving the impression of like heat, right? On
Yep.
the piping.
So the like on the catalytic converters and stuff like that on the bottom and all that, I basically used titanium silver and about 3 different colors just on the exhaust system, and then was able to come back in with the panel line wash and then blend it in with enamel, the enamel thinner a little bit. Yeah, I did and it's what's interesting is that the wheel wells are flat, like more like a semi-gloss black. The suspension and all that, but the sway bars, the cross beam under the transmission, those are all flat. So you got different textures that are not really showing up in the picture. But you know, in real life, there's like, wow, there's different, you know, the different tones that are going on there. So I was pretty pleased.
That's
with the
what
way
gives
it
it
turned
the
out.
life, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pleased with it. The only thing I didn't do is the rear exhaust show the actual exhaust port. I'll add that after I add the body because I don't want to knock it off, because Tamiya does include a turned aluminum piece that's chromed. And then what I did do is I took a blowtorch and actually took that metal piece for the exhaust and heated it up, so I got proper bluing and purpling and stuff on it.
Wow.
Cheater.
So, yes, sir.
Yeah.
100%.
How'd you get that? I really heated it up.
It's actually fire.
It's I got a nice little blowtorch behind me, one of those little, you know, for creme brulees. Yep. So this is the body primed. This was with
It's like a flat black.
It's a microfiller primer from Pro Scale Paints out of the UK.
Okay.
It's auto grade. They've got really. I like them. This is the first project I'm using with them, and it's been a bit of an experience. I've actually stripped the body. I'm on the 3rd painting right now. So the silver pictures and stuff that I sent along of the body paint, you know, where it's painted silver and stuff, those were those are actually, you know, where I actually got it smoothed out and stuff. So works out well.
Yeah. That mirror paint, yeah. Didn't the mirror paint? They're saying like it's got like weird, crazy chemicals in it, like with big warnings on it or something, right?
It'll never see Canada then.
Nope, it's already been
Probably
told.
not.
It's not coming up here.
Yeah,
Really?
I think I read something that it ain't coming here to America either.
Oh, really?
That's that new chrome one that they just announced, like in May.
a month or two ago.
Yeah, mirror chrome painter.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, look, even Paul
Thank you,
Radcliffe,
Paul.
not a car guy, but interior, excellent interior. Oh, so here you go. So your base coat, what's the base? What is this?
This is Pro Scale Paints. It's actually their Nissan Z-Tune Silver. So these guys, Paul over in the UK, they color match everything. So this is the actual silver of the real car. So it's a lacquer-based paint. It's been I use their microfiller black on it, which is it dries flat. Their silver pretty much dries flat. The first time, it's been a bit of a learning experience for me, because here in Colorado, we're in a drought. We're also normally dry. Like right now, my humidity in the basement here is 38%. So it's very, very arid here. The problem is that the first time I shot it with their, no thinner out of the bottle. I shot it at about 18 PSI, and I normally would, shoot it out, airbrush about 3 or 4 inches away from the surface. Not a problem. It dried. The paint was just atomized too quickly and dried too quickly as it was hitting the surface, and I got really
hell on it, huh?
Yep. So I stripped it, dropped it in. I put it up on their website, and said, "Hey, what am I doing wrong?" And they said, "Hey, you need to drop your air pressure and get it like 1 to 2 inches away. Okay, did that. I stripped it, put it in super clean, the purple stuff. Stripped it after a couple days, reprimed it, did it again. And
oh wow! Even from the distance and pressure they told you to do it at.
Yeah, I dropped it down to 15 psi. Made sure I was at the distance, and the same thing happened. And I was like, "Son of a bitch!" So, yeah, and so I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I reached out again, and this is where they've got a Facebook page, and Paul was, the guy, Paul Bennett or Burnett. I'm forgetting. I'm butchering your name. Sorry, Paul. If you watch this. He reached out and he basically said, yeah, you could add some MLT to it, and that'll help
Slow it
level
down
it
a bit.
out. That did. So the third time, which is what these pictures are, this is now leveled out. It's now, perfectly smooth. I went through and polished it, and then got it polished and buffed up. And then tomorrow, I'll put the decals on, put the little logos there on the sides, and then I don't use 2K. So a lot of folks do 2K clear for their cars. I don't, and I can't because my wife is very sensitive. Plus, she's got, she had a heart attack and some valve replacement, compromised immunity, that type of thing. And it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to use Tamiya Clear. I'll do a couple of wet, do the Tamiya Clear process and stuff, and then get it buffed out, and then hopefully get it finished. So
that's awesome. Dean Daskin, did you make your own stand? Did you print your own stand? Or what stand?
Negative. So the stand is actually from a gentleman, War Dog. Okay. I will be happy to, I'll post a link up. I'll tell you what. I'll post a link up on my Facebook page for Glue, Sprue, and Barbecue. I know, self-plug.
Yeah. Well, we try to plug this stuff. So Glue, Sprue, and Barbecue. That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So I'll do that, and actually I'll post it up on the Insanity page, a link to the
guys. That'd be great, Mark.
So,
do that, please.
This guy does, he's out of Salt Lake, and I saw these last year. He's got he's got these 3D printed stands, and they're just, he's selling them at the show, and they're just fantastic.
They're like little octopuses, kind of, right?
Like they are. So like the standard car body that I've got here that's shown here, it's fully adjustable.
He's got that, Justin?
I do.
He's got, did these, they're great. They're FDM. He uses little O-rings for the feet and as the,
really awesome.
To pop them up. Yeah.
What's the price on them?
$30.
Wow. It's no brainer.
$25, $30. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got this new one. This is the new version 2, the car body one. It actually tilts left and it tilts this way. Right. So you got that.
Really cool. That's really nice.
And then he's got aircraft. He's got one for armor that's kind of, since the Octopus isn't, the Octopus one is out of business. He's got one that's similar to that. Yeah, really similar to that.
Lebanon, right, Mark? He was out of Lebanon. I remember I got the Octopus and I had to he was in Beirut, and it was shit going on over there. I'm like, and I messaged him. He's like, yeah, I get one out to you, but things are kind of crazy over here. I'm like, where are you? He's like, Beirut. I'm like, Beirut, where?
Okay.
Oregon? He's like, no, Lebanon.
Favorite Oregon.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. That's a nifty thing. Definitely put it on the Insanity page.
It works great. I picked the car one up last year, used it, and then I picked up 2 more. I picked up the new version
coat
of the car.
hangers in Tamiya stands.
I've got the Tamiya stands. Don't kid yourself. I still use those.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool though. What you got there, Mark? Thank you for showing it too. Look at this guy, Mister. Look at him. Fucking, he thinks who he is with these the Bradleys, the Bookers. Look at this guy. Talk about.
I'm itching to build another one.
This looks really good, man. I love the Bradley. So much detail to bring out. That's for sure.
This was so I hadn't, I've been doing World War II and other things, and the typical stuff everybody did, and then after 2 years ago, after the last South Bend show, a couple of the guys were were like, hey, Magic Factory had a Sprue Brothers on sale, right? This kit was on sale for like $30 or something like that. I'm like, okay. And some of the guys were like, hey, in the Amps Club and stuff like that, we're all like, group build, buddy build. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I picked it up and I think I'm one of 2 or 3 guys that actually finished there.
Yeah. A lot of those guys didn't even finish. They were all excited.
Yeah.
They built it a little bit, but they didn't finish it.
Yeah.
We're not going to say names here, like TJ and other people.
I wasn't saying any names.
I can say it.
No, but Rob won't hold back. He'll mention names.
No. But no, it was a lot of fun. I had a blast with it because the lower hull, it's funny. The lower hull just went together like a dream, and it took the turret has so much stuff on the turret that it took as much to assemble the turret as it did to assemble the turret.
This is such a you did a really nice job on this, Mark.
Thank you.
It's such a cool vehicle too when it comes to like the modern type of armor. But all those rivets and all that detail to really bring out, which is a lot of fun. If you're like when you're bringing out all that detail, you did a really great job on it. And Magic Factory does some great stuff. I just wish they were, there's still a couple coming, right? I mean, they have a couple of releases here and there. They're doing pretty good. They have Puma, right, Frankie? Their 72nd scale Puma was pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they do some more 72nd scale as well.
Yeah.
But these kits, like the Booker and the Bradley and the other kit that they had sent you, these are really good. Yeah, this is great, really, and the molding is really done really well for a new manufacturer. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I did this one. It's actually out of Fort Carson, the unit. So
okay.
One of the options that they had, this is the stock decals. I mean, everything. The only thing that's been added to this kit was the stowage and the figure. That's it. Everything else, decals, all that stuff.
Antennas.
This is.
It came with the antennas.
Well, yeah, you're right. The antennas as well. The antennas are actually from Orange Hobby. So you're right. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna get Misi on tonight too, but Frank's like, you can't get Misi on. It's Thursday night. He's working, which he is. He's definitely he's watching us while he's working. Or like New Zealand's probably getting attacked by Philippines right now for some reason.
Well, they'll lose. 50% of their military is watching a live stream.
That's true.
No, this was fun. The actual field itself, it's called Springtime in the Rockies. This is the one that was put that I did the article for Boreside on.
Yes, just on the cover.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
this is on the, look at Mark. These guys on covers of magazines, board sites. They sought after this guy.
We had to get him on.
I'm having a ball. So people keep encouraging me, like yourself and several others. I'm like, hey,
Well, we did. The book was submitted to Military Modelcraft. I'm gonna get on Dave to see if that can get published. We gotta get that published. Like
it's probably not gonna get published because it get canceled.
You're gonna get it. No interest. Dude, you're the total package. You do great work and you take great photography, unlike some people. No offense.
Thank you.
Listening, like it's offended when I say it. They get offended when I question their life choices, right, Rob?
Yep, absolutely.
It was funny as people are like, "Why the yellow field?" And I'm like, this was a springtime in the Rockies, and it was actually off of one of the interstates. I pulled up the side of the road, took a bunch of pictures.
I think the color is great because it goes with the uniform. Frankie, can you make this larger again? I want to look at that stowage in the back again. Look, yeah, man, your attention to detail with that stowage, Mark, is excellent. Like you put so much, like even though it's a cardboard, the ration boxes, things like that, the water bottles, like these are all little things that this adds to the character of the model, and it's little things that people overlook, and it makes it better, especially when you want to get published. Or maybe if you're that's something that you have if that's
that was
something
one of my
that you want
bucket list. Yep.
Right. If that's something that you want as a modeler, is that if you want that, you got to do something that's going to really make your model interesting. Like this, you see some really great models and great modelers submit articles all the time, but there's some models that don't have something missing. There's some things that are missing on it. You take all that stowage off of this, you take that figure off of this, it's a totally different model. Totally different. Painted exactly the same, but you add that figure.
Well, all he's got to do is lift it up and turn it upside down, and there you go. It's all off.
you know what I mean. And what I'm saying is like that's the attention to detail that I think some people need to make, which actually adds a lot of character to the model. It makes it yours.
I had a friend of mine who, a guy named Billy that I went to high school with, and when I posted these pictures up on Facebook, Billy had reached out and basically said, you know, one of my high school friends, you know, there were a couple of guys, we were like close knit group. Billy went in right out of high school, right into the Army. Okay. And he relayed a story that they were at the NTC and his Bradley broke down and they had a bunch of MREs and stuff on the back deck. And in that hot sun of that California desert, you know, and he's like, their track broke down and he had all these MREs, and then they basically went back and they came back the next day, and the Ravens had shredded all the MREs and crapped all over the Bradley. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, we spent the entire next day at the track wash cleaning the tank. They're cleaning the whole thing. So when he did this, I'm like, dude, I got to use this. I'm going to use that for this. So that's why there's the MREs and stuff on the back. And then it was like, I saw this figure from Def Models at Camp Hill. And I was like, or actually it wasn't Camp Hill. It was at Madison. IPMS.
Oh, Madison, IPMS.
During the Madison. So one of the guys had the figure, Def Models figure. I'm like, son of a bitch, that's perfect. So the stowage is value gear with the exception of the MRE, Mr. Steve Munsell.
You know, we try not to say his name too often around here.
I know it's a drinking
one
game.
Time, once or twice he gets a shout out, but that's it.
I know. But yeah, so I used that and then added the stuff there and then painted up the figure. And you know, like I was mentioning earlier, this is the actual figure that first figure, 35th scale figure I'd painted in, 25 years.
And with that camo, man, on it.
Yeah, you picked a nice, easy one to do too.
Yeah.
I actually did what's funny is I did the backpacks for the Booker, first before I did this figure, because I was like, okay, if I start with the backpacks, I can at least strip them and repaint them, right, and do that. So that multicam camo, I had to play with it and figure it out and get it going.
Would you use as a reference, like an actual picture of one? And
actually, actual multicam. So there was several pictures and stuff of the uniforms, stuff like that, different things that like from surplus stores or whatever. It's like, okay, here's some stuff, and I took that and then used it as a reference and kind of went with it. So,
pretty damn cool.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You did a great job on this. Is another great one, man. Like I said, Magic Factory needs to put you on the payroll.
I was stoked because I got a perfect score at Amps for this.
And as you should. I remember
this year. I was stoked about it. I was
you
like, damn.
You did a damn good. This came.
Remember, I peaked early. Let's put it that way.
Remember this for future reference. You gotta check off. I don't remember. Did this come back for best stuffs?
It did.
Should have. Forgot it. Did it come back to the back room?
It did, from what I understand.
So. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Just now, Amps, you got to make sure that you got to check off a box to be considered for best stuff.
Yep, I made sure I added that. I made sure my registration
makes zero sense to me, but anyways,
I don't want to get into it right now. But I don't get me worked up. I'm trying to think. What took this? This would have been best U.S.
This would have been This was in the same category as best U.S. Yep.
And do you remember what won best best U.S. last year? This past year, I can't remember.
Was it Sean Picar's figure?
No, Scott Primo.
Yeah, sorry.
No, he won best figure. He didn't win best U.S.
Oh, okay.
Try to remember when was best because you did a fucking great job on this. I can't remember. And
Yeah, there were other guys that did. I mean, I was stoked that I got the perfect score, and that
Yeah,
this was,
as you should have, because
I
you
mean,
did a
I
great
was
job on it.
really happy, but there was a lot of beautiful work.
There's a
this
good
year,
work, but
and I
you
was
know,
like, I was happy to be, you know, and I don't want to sound like, you know, false modesty or whatever, but you know, no, there was some really good shit there. Really
there
good
was good
stuff this year.
stuff there.
So,
Definitely good stuff there. But this was one of the good stuff that was there. So you
I'll
did a
take it.
great job on this. But Magic Factory definitely needs to put you on the freaking payroll. Because you do, I mean, you've done an outstanding job on all the ones that you've gotten. And I think that, you know, it promotes them too. People see it, they want to buy it, you know.
Yeah,
They
'cause
see
I've
Rob
got
Adams build this, they're like, I don't want to buy that boat. You know, I don't want to buy that Bradley, but Mark Bradley does it. They're selling
No,
off
I
the
did.
shelf.
I've got that RFM Striker that's in process right now. But one of my intentions is to have that what if Bradley / MGS, you know, the 2128 that they did, Magic Factory did, sitting next to the RFM Striker in my case.
Well, we're going to
the
talk
next
about the
year or so.
RFM because
We'll
I
see.
actually built.
Yep.
I actually have that built. I think the bin fell with it inside of it. Like the wheels, I think fell off or something. I got to fix it. It was moving shit. I was like, that was the Striker.
The M36 early production that won best US according to Game Dude Ford one.
Who is this? What one?
Somebody put in the chat.
Oh, David Kettler won. Okay, yeah, Dave. Right. He did a nice job. Dave did a really nice job on that. Yeah, really good job on that too. I don't know. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. What I have for breakfast? Oh, I ate egg whites. Trying to lose weight, right, Rob? Right, Justin, we're trying to lose weight.
Hell yeah.
What do we got next, Frankie? Frankie's over looking at Pornhub again. You got to watch out. He's like the guy in Slap Shot that we're talking about. He tried to get penalties so he could be in the box by himself so he can play with himself. Frank.
Hannah Brooks.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say. Just looking up Hannah Brooks.
What do we got here, Mark?
So this is the AK M1008 CUCB or CUCB.
Wasn't this another group build that the guys did?
Actually, this one we got from Angel. So, yeah, this was handed out to a few folks and stuff like that.
Thanks a lot, Angel, for giving me one. I appreciate it. First time I mentioned
Well, he wanted a quality
Worlds.
builder to do it, so he sent it to me.
That's awesome.
He wanted extra paint on it. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, a lot of balls. You know that?
No,
I've painted a lot lately, man. Where you been? You know, you haven't been around a long time. I've been painting. You know, there's a lot of people around.
I see that.
I don't think you're kidding. You know?
No. So this is. I wanted to recreate the box art. So, and that's what this is. So everything but the palette and the base are with the kit. So the MRE boxes you get in the kit, and this is the troop carrier version. I went through and did, you know, basically had it set up. Went through and, you know, it's stock. There's literally nothing added to it, with the exception. I did use a real wood palette.
Real wood. I was going to say like micro.
Yeah,
like mini art or
it's
something.
Red Wild.
Oh, wow.
Dioramics. Oh, geez.
And it's real wood, like an actual palette.
It's laser. Yeah, they did a laser cut balsa or laser
wow,
cut
that's so
wood.
cool because it looks like it's real.
Yeah. It's a little kit. They give you like 4 of them in a pack, and I got them at Virginia last year.
You know, that's such a nifty idea doing that with the boxes on that pallet as if they're stacking them up.
Well, because the box art for the troop carrier version, what this is, they've got the thing sitting on a tarmac at an airfield, and you've got a camo one in the background and a C-130 there. So I'm like, okay, well, you've got, you know, the placement of the ones on the tailgate. Okay, I'm like, where do I put the others? You know, and so that's where I was like, you need a pallet like the guy's loading. And my intention was to add a figure. You know, there's this common now everybody since these came out, everybody's been using this Def Models figure where it's like a Desert Storm guy leaning up against the truck. I have the figure, but then when everybody started posting theirs, I'm like, yeah, he's never going to see that project. You know, because I don't want to be accused of copying somebody else's work. I'm like, no. So, but yeah, the kit is great. It was easy. It was it's like their FJ series, real easy build. There is no engine, so it's curbside. That's fine. One thing I did do is I took a razor saw and ran across. There is no on the wood of the seats and the truck bed seats and the side rails and stuff like that in the back. There's no wood grain at all, and so I used a
okay.
flat photo etch razor saw, like CK
Mhm.
the whatever.
Yeah, that works.
Dragged
good.
it across to keep the scoring and stuff, and then came back over and did a light sand on it, and
Okay.
then did that. So yeah,
Really nice. I love it. This is so cool. This is such a cool little vehicle. Look at the dirt and dust built up in the corners. That's really cool.
and this one
Little
is
details.
featured in Abrams Squad issue number 45.
Oh, this is the one that got Abram. Okay,
Yes,
awesome.
sir. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Nice. Who does that? Who does the Abram Squad?
I'm gonna
competitor.
butcher his name. Is it Pierre
Yes, that's it.
Pierre Pla Maestro?
Yeah, Pierre Pla. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Pierre.
No,
didn't
he's
mean
a
to
nice
butcher your
guy.
name.
Yeah,
He
no,
is. He is. So when I was posting pictures of it, he'd actually reached out to me last year while I was doing work in progress stuff, and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing an article?" And sure.
That's
And then,
really nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
so
Really,
base
really
is-
nice.
the base is XPS foam with the AK concrete, same like the asphalt. Did the same thing. Cut it out. I did the again. I found the measurements because Justin, you're right. Somebody would do it. I did the measurements.
Yep.
What's the typical, airfield tarmac? They're 10-foot by 10-foot squares. Okie dokie. So I measured them out, scaled them down, and did that, and then did the concrete texturing and stuff on it, and then just
get
buffed
the
it out.
grass growing in the grooves and everything.
Yeah, airbrushed the stripe, did a little weathering on it. Yeah.
So all in the details, like I said, the tires are great. What'd you do for the tire color?
The tires I use, so most of the weathering and stuff was done with Pigment Jockey as well as AK Pigments and stuff.
Okay.
As well as just a little bit of their VMS, what is it? Oh, come on. Universal Weathering Carrier to do a little blending and stuff.
Yeah.
Did that. Did the same, I did a little bit of pigment work and stuff like that on the windows and stuff to kind of give it dusty because wanted to go through. Funny thing, one of the comments, it's pigments on there, but one of the comments from the AMPS judges this year, because I took it there, were like, "Oh, your windows are fogged," and I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes!" So,
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, really? Okay.
I thought I'd seen this before.
Sorry for
Yes.
the F-bomb,
And
my bad.
would they take a half a point off?
Yeah, they did. It was like
Ugh.
a half a point or something like that. I was like, all right, whatever.
Everybody's a
it.
fucking expert, man.
So clearly they're whatever.
Everybody's a
Okay.
fucking expert.
Well,
Fucking idiot. This is
But
such a
no, it
great
was.
job.
I really enjoyed the build. It is a wonderful, wonderful. It's quick. I mean, it's one of those things where they've got the later cargo version, which has the extra tarp on the back. Like you've got the rails there, so like on the pipes that are laying down, that's the framework for the use for the tarps and stuff. And they've actually got the second version has everything for this troop carrier, so it's got all the seats and stuff like that, plus the additional stuff for the tarp. So you can actually build both versions of the kits with that one. So this was a lot of fun.
Doors able to be opened or closed with the kit, or did you have to do anything?
Yes, sir. There were basically. The cool thing is that the doors are fully posable, no problem. The cool thing is that the doors are actually printed clear. So they give you a mask.
The whole door is clear.
The whole door is a clear piece. I don't know if I included some of the work in progress photos, but up on my Facebook, there's some pictures of that where it was basically the doors they're all clear.
Wow.
And you get the inserts and stuff like that. Yeah, that whole frame is, and then they give you the like the Tamiya type paint mask, pre-cut mask for it to do for the driver and passenger side windows, and you're like, okay, and then that's all I used. I put it on there and airbrushed it and did that.
So what about mirrors? What did they give you for mirrors? Did you have to paint?
They give you the mirror. The mirrors are good. They're plastic. That's about it. But I used chrome pen, AK chrome pen, to make the mirrors and did that, and then I went in and did some weathering and stuff on it. So.
I got to get me
Hit
this
that like
kit,
button, guys, if you can, if you're watching. Hit that like
it's
button.
great,
Maybe
man.
you
It's a
got the
good
people.
kit. So.
Well, it's not just that. When I was a kid, this is my dad used to drive these, the crew cabs, this one, So I spent years getting a lift, in these things. So
Yep.
And basically, like a G or a Chevy one ton.
This is the K series. You had the C series, which is the gas. This was the K series, which was the diesel version, but basically the same one that we grew up in the 80s. It's the 85 to 87.
Yeah.
Or 84 to 87 Chevy. I'm like, okay.
Great stuff.
So it was a lot of fun to build. I just had a blast.
And listen, Mark, you very deserving of getting this published, and it should. You did a really great job on it. I'm really happy for you to do that. That's really exciting when it happens. I know it is, and you deserve it because this is a really good job. That's going to be that you broke the cherry. That's the first of many publications. And when you have with that particular magazine, I think they do bi-monthly or is it quarterly?
I think it's like quarterly or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're quarterly. He's a really So, once you get in with something like that, you're a contributor now, and you just submit things to him moving forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna
send him stuff. You don't ask; you just send it.
I was gonna redo the Booker article and send it over to him because I sent it to somebody and they
let me speak to Dave. Let me speak to Dave. No. Listen to me. Okay. Well, this is like the unwritten rule, right? Which is usually the written rule. And Marcus Nichols. No, but Marcus Nichols and like a Dave Parker, Brett Green, and everybody's the same. The thing is you don't usually. There's like an unwritten rule that you when you do an article or you do a submission or you do get something published, you do it one for whatever language base, right? So for instance, if you get it, let's say in military modelcraft, then you're not going to get that. You shouldn't be getting that same article published, let's say in Model Military International, or AV Model or Tamiya or whatever.
Right.
But you can maybe, like, for instance, I'm supposed to be doing stuff for Steel Masters, so you can like an article that's an MMI can also be in Steel Masters because it's French,
different language, right? Okay.
Right, or armor modeling Japanese magazine because it's Japanese or whatever. So that's usually okay. That's fine. So definitely, now that you're in with that Abrams squad, definitely keep just submitting stuff to him and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, I would. That's what you got to do. What do we got next, Frank? Oh, we got that night. What is this? Oh, that's for
This one is
call it a gun barrel.
So this one's going to be. I'm stroking your ego there a little bit, Rob. Rev, because after Camp Hill last year, when you did I attended. Sat in and heckled in your photo etch class. Your soldering class and stuff like that. I got home, and I have the Meng Leopard 2. I had this Leopard 2 A7 Plus. Okay, I picked the kit up at Rocky Mountain shortly thereafter, and I got the kit for $10.
Okay, it was missing. That's a steal.
Seriously, it was missing the tracks.
Right.
And it was missing the little remote weapon system. The parts for that. I reached out to Meng. They're like, "Hey, it's $2 a sprue for the track for each of the sprues." Okay, ordered that. $20 later for shipping, no problem. So I'm like, okay, had everything, and I picked up the Voyager set because I was like, I need a project that I'm going to work with, and I kind of wanted to do try my hand at photo etch. You gave me the confidence to do it. Fine, I went through and. That's what this is. This is the Voyager barrel. Wow. That whole front muzzle, is like about 4 or 5 parts that had to be shaped and curved and then soldered. So I was went ahead and did that on that little brass bit there. And then on the, got it all set up. And then I did add a sleeve on the back, a little plastic sleeve on the back to be able to get it to fit properly.
You need that sometimes. Yeah, you got to make a little modification and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that way I could have it.
I love this picture. Set it. This is so great. This is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I was
stoked. That's a cool friggin' vise too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's the display. One of the display vices. It's been very, very handy. Those
I gotta pick one of those up. Look at this,
little
man.
inserts. Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer. Look at the difference.
Seriously,
between
I'm a
all the work-
noob when it comes to soldering and,
Nah,
and
you
working
gotta
with photo
practice.
etch, and now I'm, I mean, that's what I did. This
Look
is,
at this thing, because now, my God, look at the difference between the kit part and what you made there. It's not even
That's-
close.
yeah, that's the Voyager set. So
The detail. I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. What did it take you, like 4 hours to make that thing? But it was worth it.
yeah, probably
Yeah,
about that.
that'll
Absolutely.
probably take me like a couple hours to do, and
Mhm.
and and you're gonna be fucking cursing the world while you're doing it.
Yep.
But you know what? It's so worth it what it's done, man. Because you know why? A lot of people aren't doing it, and that's what separates you a little bit. Wow, you did a great job. Look at that, man.
Holy
What a
crap.
great job, Mark. This is
Yeah,
excellent.
so that's that part in the middle there that
Yeah.
I did. Then you
Uh-huh.
had the pickaxe and stuff. This is basically me practicing soldering.
Nah, man,
know,
and using some like MIG, or is that VMS Black CA?
I use VMS Black CA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then
I got a critique though.
Mhm.
You want to hear it?
Yep.
I see the
Yep.
3D printed two clamp, you bastard. You fucking you soldered the whole damn thing. Everything is soldered except the two clamp you put in the 3D printed one.
Fuck yeah.
It's probably at the end of it.
Anyway.
It was
No,
really
said,
like-
"Fuck
doing it
yeah."
all. You should have just did the freaking.
Pardon my
I love-
language, but yeah.
No,
I was
you did a good
I was
job,
get-
man. Look at this, man.
I was all set to sit there and do it, and then I had those T-Rex set.
Yeah,
those-
those are good.
And that was the interesting thing when I was looking into it. The modern Bundeswehr, modern German tanks are using the same tool clamps as the World War II variety.
Oh wow, really?
So they're the Voyager set had them, and I was looking at them like, wait, these are the same. And I started looking, and then they're pretty much they're
Yeah.
from
Listen.
all intents and purposes, they're identical to the World War II variety.
You
so,
notice all this little detail is excellent. But
thank you.
are you getting the whole thing where like you worked so hard to do all the brass little fiddly things, and you're like, I'm gonna cover it up with paint, and no one's gonna fucking know what I did.
That little triangle shape there, because that tool that you saw there in the center that I scratch built, and then that
Yeah.
little shape, that's actually for removing the engine, the whole power plant. Because in this, in this Leopard, the Leopard 2, the whole power plant comes right out, and they have this whole bracket they come with. I had to shape that little triangle. That back part there is basically a piece of square bar. That they had you shape out of the photo etch, and I was so stoked when I got that and got it right. I was like, damn, okay.
Want a pro tip?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a pro tip. Everybody in the chat too. I do it to clean up solder, but you can also do it to clean up super glue. Like get one of those AKA, not the band, AK, also known as. Get one of the AK fiberglass brushes.
Yep.
And you rub it along the edges of those brass parts where the CA glue is, and I'll take the CA glue right up.
There's no CA on it.
No, like on the like if any of it shows like like people say to me, "Oh, Riv, your builds are really clean," and they are because I clean it. And one of the cleaning methods that I use is using a fiberglass brush. After I've attached the glue to the model, the CA glue, I clean up with a fiberglass brush.
That was one of your, that's one of your tips that I picked up at your seminar.
Dude, that is such Mark. Listen, man. This is excellent work with all these little bits. This stuff right here, adds all these details. And this is what you add. This is what it makes a great build article, or also for a brag book when you want to bring it to AMPS or like an IPMS Nationals to show all the work you did. If you're going to throw paint on it, you got to. Excellent.
Yeah.
Love it.
The fenders are actually like in the Voyager set. They're like about 4 or 5 pieces of photo etch that were soldered together. Now, what's interesting here is I've got them down in this photo here, but recently I found reference because I've still got the kit sitting in a work in progress bucket on my bench here.
A lot of work.
Bucket. A bucket.
Yeah, well, it's. I use some. My wife, because of the barbecue and stuff, we've got plastic containers and stuff that we use for show. For taking the competitions and stuff and different things. So these little containers for the food and stuff are perfect because you got a lid and it drops it in.
It's like,
works great.
So
It's
we
like
got
our
a
buddy
couple
Lou.
questions here. How long does the build take, and what tweezers are you using? Two different people.
Let's do the tweezers one first. So in my case, there's a guy named Rhino Tools out of Arizona that comes around to do different shows. He came to, comes up here to Commies Fest and stuff. And he just carries all these little tools. And I've got these tiny ass,
Yeah, no, look at that thing. Oof.
little tweezers that I use for that. I've got a couple that are automatically closed. You got to press to open, that type of thing.
Yeah.
That's really what it's using there. One thing that I've learned is, and I kind of got this from Zach Grizzle. So is he said, instead of using like a tile or something like this, use a wood block. So what I did was, is that I have just a simple piece of wood block 1x4 that I cut, and then I've got some tongue dispressors. Okay. And they're just taped on there, and I'm able to use them to shape and work with the little tools and stuff. But it's perfect for like that fender. It's a perfect width.
Yeah.
For the fender of the Leopard, and then I had that there, was able to just solder it right in and stuff.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I use like a piece of it's not plastic, it's sort of like plastic. It doesn't want to melt though. It might be cancer causing too. But yeah, that's really cool. Listen, look at this guy.
Yeah, and the question on the build, how long does a build take? For me, it could be 6 months to a year on some of them, but to be fair, I'm not one person who has one model going at the time. I've got, I've got the car in flight right now. I've got this Leopard. I've got the Striker. I've got the Yod Panther that I'm doing part of it for a group build with a bunch of 3D printed parts on it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I'm hoping this one will be done. I started doing this in October of last year. I did it through October, November, and December. So I did it for, October and Thanksgiving, and then Merry Tankmas.
Did you say Orktober?
Yeah, October for 40K.
Yeah.
So
Merry Tankmas. I love that.
A friend of mine, Jeff, he recently passed away, but he was one of my 40K buddies, and we started doing. Every year, him and his buddy Mike that had a little Saturday morning talk show type thing that they would do, and they had me on a couple times and stuff, and they did painting orcs, Warhammer 40K orcs for the month of October, and so we did that. But I got them to do.
Things are tiny, man. Yeah. Those orcs are fucking tiny.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. My wife paints them. That's her army of choice for 40K. So.
Oh yeah, well they got some wacky stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And then so that Leopard, I'm hoping to have that Leopard for Camp Hill next year. That's my goal.
Oh, you got more than enough time for that?
It's getting picked up because I got I've been acting. I got some pieces there for the double XL tow cables and stuff, and I messed one up in the photo and measured it wrong, and
you talking about the Eureka ones?
Yeah, the Eureka. Yeah, Eureka XL.
Yeah, Eureka stuff. It's like I throw them into my orders from like where like B&A when I get an order from like B&A, and I need a little extra things to get like extra like points.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what? I was put $20 worth of Eureka, bought like 7 sets of fucking tow cables. They're like $4 a pop.
Yep.
It's like, thank you. I opened my bin up. I'm like, holy shit, man! I got like 30 sets of Panzer III. N to whatever, G to N tow cables. I'm like, because I always they're like $2 a piece. I'll just buy them.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I either from when I'm ordering from B&A or when I'm ordering from Burbank Hobbies because they carry them stateside.
Yeah. But they have good stuff there too. Yeah, they got good stuff there. Yeah, they do.
And this is actually from the Striker, the RFM Striker. That's the 50 cal from the upgrade set with the training option. So
yeah, that's I did the kit for MMI. Like, God, it's over a year ago, I think, right? No, close to it. Such a great kit, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
And use the upgrade set I see too.
I did, yeah. I used the upgrade set, and I did add some additional details, such as the around the headlights. I did the wiring on the front lights and tail lights, stuff like that.
I used the wheels. I think on mine I used this. Did I use snow wheels on mine?
On yours, you had you had the one that had the second wheels in there from the front. That had the chain set on them. Yeah.
The first set I got, all the chains were busted.
Yep.
Because it was so delicate.
I saw that and was like, yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, and then I had to buy a second set like right at the end, and I enjoyed it. But this was a nice kit, and Mal, you did a really good job on this too, Mark.
Can you go back a picture, Frank, to the side shot? I want to point something out.
Yeah, all those there. Is that you only get that with the upgrade set? Or
no, that's in the regular set. The engine.
That's in that's in the regular set. So here's what's interesting. This here, it's basically an AC unit. It's like a giant cooling unit for the computer, right? More or less. So I actually took black styrofoam, okay, because there's no backing in here. So I took black styrofoam that I have in there, wedged it in there. So because it's basically a power supply, right? And so you wanted to have that. I wanted to have some texture and stuff behind it. So when I put the screens over, you look at it, it's in the other later pictures and stuff, it actually painted up really nice. So you don't have this void behind the screens that you can see through. You've actually got texture there. So
really cool.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. I love it. What's the base color for this, Buggy?
That is actually AK's Real Colors NATO Green.
Oh wow, great color.
And then I lightened it with it's the traditional NATO Green. And then I lightened it with buff for the highlight panels and stuff like that on the top for the upper areas and stuff.
Yeah.
You do a good job of the highlighting, but not over highlighting. Like
thank you. I do appreciate it.
Type shit, right?
Really nice job. This is such a good kit, man. This shows you the evolution of Royfields.
Yeah,
because their models have just gotten like I just did the JS2. I'll be able to share the photos later on in the month. But excellent kit. Excellent kit.
Are those chunks of photo etch behind the wheels?
Yeah. That comes with the upgrade kit. Those little metal grills, right? Yeah, that's all.
They're the little grills are behind it and stuff like that, and they give you a little bit of 3D printed parts in there and stuff.
Yeah.
This is actually a buddy build with a guy, friend of mine, Josh Orr, who's got the South Dakota Sodak models.
Wow, you did a great job on the color on this, Mark. This looks really good.
Yeah,
I love it. Even like Rob said, the highlighting is there, but it's not like so exaggerated that it looks unnatural.
Yeah,
it just looks. And when you weather this, it'll really tone down more. But
it's so right now I've got. Let's see if I can get it. I don't know if I sent you later pictures of it, but
no, this is it. This is as far as it goes for the build. Yeah, no wheels.
Okay. So on
Frank, you got Marky?
Let's see if I can get the picture here. I did so far. Are you going to show?
Pretty big thing. Holy crap!
No, it's not a small model.
It's not a small. No, not at all. So right now I've hit it with the classic night shift pre-dusting. Okay, so. I've added just on the lower portions of the hull and stuff like that. It's not going to show up right. Okay.
Yeah, you won't be able to. I know what you're talking about with that, though. Yeah.
Yeah, like the pre-dusting.
Flashlight.
Yeah, but
he's practicing his judging.
He's judging right now. He's at an amps table.
Seriously,
It can help, man. I've
I've got.
We're going to big shows. I'll hit my model with a flashlight too and see what's going on.
100%. Because if somebody's going to do it. But it's a great kit. It's a great model. I really enjoyed it, and
really nice.
It looks like it's got a lot of fucking parts to it.
It did. This did have a lot.
Not as much as the Booker, but it's got a good. I'm right now.
Like I said, didn't they, Mark? Didn't they just come out with a new version of this Royfield?
Yeah, they did. This is the this is the first one. So this one came out. This shows the modifications after 2010, which is where that giant AC unit is on the side for the cooling, heat sink on the sides there. And then they just released a 2008 version. So the version that was from 2008 to 2010, where this this cooling unit is on this AC unit on the side here is actually where the original tool rack was. So what they did was they put this here on the 2010 version. They put this here, and they put the tool rack right behind the driver's hatch on the roof. So
right. Okay.
Seems a little fragile.
It is. Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, like in real life, like just having that system the way they got it, like.
Oh yeah, the targeting computer was overheating. That's why they did it. So,
yeah, they don't give a shit about the guys inside. They just
no, not at all. I mean, Lord knows it's yeah. I mean, no. And the cool thing is that this does have the. It's going to be kind of cool because this has you can see on top of the barrel this picture here, and then you got some of the sensors and stuff that are going to go around. But this has got the CVSS or CVTS, basically the training, the laser tag stuff, right, for training and stuff. So that's what's on the barrel between the smoke launchers there.
I was wondering about that. I was like, what the hell is on
and that is an air horn. Yes, it is. There. So, but yeah, it's coming along. I paused it. Actually, I paused it. Josh and I were working on ours basically from January, February, and we pumped the brakes on it before amps because we wanted to get a couple things done. Yeah. And now we were just talking about it the other day on our little chat there, about picking it back up and getting them finished because I fully intend to have that at amps as well. So I'm going to have a few things since we're driving. I'm going to have more than a few things at Camp Hill next year. So.
Nice.
You better. So. It has to be a good show because we got to show that Camp Hill is the better venue. One more model for Mark, right? I think Mark's got one more.
Yep.
His car? Yeah, another car.
So yeah, this was the Tamiya Nissan 240Z, the street custom version.
Oh, the Fairchild. I love that. I love the Fair Lady. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It was the first car model I built in 25 years. So I had a blast with it.
I mean, even the real one, the real Fair Lady. I've seen a couple of them. It's just I fucking love that car. So
there's a company in China that's making new bodies for them.
Yeah.
They're $9,000 for the body to get it shipped door to door. Ask me how I know. So.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's just a great car.
But now, so this was. I mean, this whole thing. This kit was, I got it a little early, a couple months before release.
Again, it must be nice to be Mark Bradley.
Yeah, it's nice being Mark Bradley. The rest of us are still wearing the same shit.
It was one of the first things I ever got free, and I actually, I gave this kit. So I got this kit from Mr. Gentry, and I built it up and stuff. And then last year when we were at Rocky Mountain. I left this with him. I said, I gave it back to him. Said,
well, Scott,
because he was a big fan of the build. He really appreciated it. And my wife Jamie's like, you really need to give Scott that car. And I was like, but I like it,
Scott's a good guy.
I was like, suck it up, buy another kit, which I did. I've got another one up there. I'll do.
Scott Gentry's a good guy, man. He's a really, really nice guy, and he gives a lot to the hobby, man.
So that's all out of the box detail on there?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Wow.
So the only thing I added to the kit, is 3D printed spark plugs, and embossing powder for the carpet. Everything else is kit.
Wow.
So, that's the kit carburetors. So those are just plastic carbs with, and then the velocity stacks are they're aluminum. They come with the kit. They're metal. So.
Oh, I didn't know Tamiya included a bunch of metal shit in their car kits. I'm gonna have to start looking at those a little closer.
They give you like the badges, like for the Nissan and stuff. Yeah, I know. I just said it like I don't need any stinking badges. Exactly. I know when I said it. I like, damn it. They give you metal photo etch with adhesive backing for the badges in their car kits.
Yeah, I mean they do that with their bikes too. I just didn't realize they were
same thing. Yeah. So that's here. These are the kit seats. All I did was I just masked out and painted the inserts. The color, so I had a midlife crisis when I turned, a few years ago when I turned 40. I bought a Mini Cooper. So, I had a Ford Ranger for years, and then I wanted something a little quick and fast and to, commute up and down, the Front Range here for work. And I bought this Mini Cooper that was blue it was a 08 with some upgrades and all this other stuff. Guy lowered it and all this. And you're like, how can your fat ass get into a Mini Cooper? It was a lot easier back, a few years ago. It was a lot of fun. But it had the blue inset seats. It was the same color blue that I painted the car. So I'm like, you know what? I like the Mini, and I went through and painted the inserts on the seats. This was my first project using Tamiya lacquer paints, LP. So I went.
So the engine block you painted the same color as well, then?
Yes. Actually, I picked out the engine block was picked out a little different. Nissan engine blocks were kind of like a little different blue. Okay, this is actually Tamiya's mica blue. Okay,
yeah, it's a nice blue, really nice.
And that blue of the engine block was like a pure blue or something along those lines. So yeah.
It looks almost metallic. Like, did you spray it over thin over?
No, it's a flat blue. It's a semi-gloss blue that I use because I mixed it up and did some stuff with it. But yeah, but the mica blue of the body, that's got that little mica paint in it and stuff. So yeah, you can see the embossing powder on the back deck.
Yeah, there it is again.
The trunk lid. I use that instead of flock.
Get the flock out of here.
Yeah.
I've seen someone talking about using baking powder the other day.
Baking
you
powder.
Can. There's guys.
They were using it more for like the velour texture on.
Yep.
Like,
well, they'll actually you can actually airbrush it. Car guys have been.
Yeah, they were airbrushing it. I was like, what?
Yep. You can put a little bit in your airbrush and paint it through, and it gives that texture like for when you're trying to do baked on type texture for like racing seats and stuff. It works out really well.
They were using it for like the velour, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, it looked really good too.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the kit I was really pleased with the kit. The only I mentioned the only aftermarket was the powder and stuff. I needed Colorado license plates.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I went out and the guy there's this person on Etsy that had them and printed a bunch of them, and I just grabbed a set. So
really cool, man. Really good job in the engine too. Look at that.
Yeah, the only disappointment on the engine was where the spark plugs are at. They just had these little bumps.
Right.
I mean, they weren't even formed. They were literally, because they're like, hey, everybody's just going to drill them out. Why the hell do we do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you get the spark plugs? One of our sponsors on the Model Car Mania, VCG Resins. Or like MCV. What do we got here, Justin? Iceman Collections.
Iceman, VCG, MCV.
MCV, that's it. All these acronyms, I don't know what the fuck they mean.
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed there's no fucking dust on it though. Just a little bit.
No, there is. Look at the underside. It's been weathered.
So cool, man. Really cool. Yeah, you're right. This is a cool.
Yeah, it looks like a Datsun from the rear end. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I ended up doing it's the left-hand drive, it's the US version, but I put the I like the headlight. So this car could be built either as the European or the Japanese version, right-hand drive, or the left-hand American release. The left-hand only had a single side mirror on the driver's side, and I'm like, yeah, no. And so the way the JDM community has been popping up and stuff, in recent years and stuff with restorations and resto mods and up, that type of thing. I put the Japanese mirrors on it and did it left hand, and I put the Nissan badging on it instead of the Datsun. So
the flares are interesting too because they're like bolted on aftermarket flares, right? Like,
yeah. This is the S30. This is they came out with this options and upgrades and stuff to it, and that's where normally the initial release had that classic pointed nose like the ZG version that they had of it, like the 280Z type stuff, and that eventually you saw in the later models. But this one had where they chopped it. You don't have the little headlight covers, and you've got more of a front air dam custom work and stuff like that. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a cool car, man.
Thanks. I liked it. I'm going to do another one here. Once I get rid of this get this current Nissan done, I'll probably do another one, this car again next year. So
really nice job, Mark. Listen, man, you do great stuff, Mark. It's really good having you on tonight because you're so diverse with the things that you've done with the cars, and the only thing you never.
I hope I made Justin proud with the car. You know, I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think
absolutely. Those are beautiful.
Really good job, man.
Thank
really,
you,
really good job. You should have put like Utah license plates on if you're giving it back to Gentry now.
Utah, give me two.
What'd you say, Justin?
Said Utah, get me two.
Are you talking about Point Break?
Yeah. Okay. So hungry I could eat the ass end out of a dead rhino.
Mark, you had a good time. This was great, right?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good time looking at the stuff. The chat was really, people were really interacting. A lot of people had a lot of stuff to talk about and stuff, which was great. And a lot of people love seeing your work. Frankie Donati was on point tonight. We didn't have to, he got distracted one time. He was watching Pornhub. His wife came down and brought him.
Actually, no, I decided to post that article that we did. So.
Oh, you're talking about for CRS.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I went back to Pornhub, but that's
there you go. Yeah. Rob Adams is sober, kind of. He was actually sober tonight, which was kind of weird. It's kind of odd seeing him sober. Steve Santucci was messaging Frankie, I saw in the group chat about not realizing we had a show tonight, even though he was there last week when we said we'll do it Thursday, but he doesn't pay attention. So it's okay. We'll probably be back to well, we like tomorrow night's the night before 4th of July. You know what people's plans are anyway, you know.
We'll be back next Friday.
But he was running around masquerading as Ben Franklin today, getting paid. You see, like he does, like he goes to these events, Mark, and he gets like paid to dress up like he does.
Yeah,
I would. You know, it's
but he's
why
like,
not?
It's
his
like,
other
hold
hobby.
on a minute.
Have fun,
I got to say this in a way where it's not going to be insulting to him.
Oh no, there's no point.
Why?
Fuck it.
Why?
A revolutionary drag lady or something.
Like you could take you pay him like it's like when you go to a convention at like Comic-Con and you pay Robert Englund like $100 to get his autograph. Like you're paying Steve Santucci like $3 to take a picture with him. And his Ben Franklin get up.
And you're right.
That's
yes,
$3 towards a model kit, man. You know.
Yes, I did pay $100 for Robert Englund.
Right. I'm not saying it to disparage Robert Englund. I'm saying it to disparage Tucci. See, Toots, he can demand $3 a picture. $1.50. $2 bargain.
He's got to be handing out greenbacks just to get people to take pictures with him.
I don't know.
No,
but
I was going to
$100 bill, Joe.
He's got to figure out some way to stay in those Ben Franklin specs. I tell you.
Well, what were you saying, Margie?
I said I was going to send pictures of the barbecue, but I didn't want to have Rob, Adams pass out.
Rob is obsessed with you with the barbecue rubs.
Let's not get obsessed. He's going to be thinking it's all weird and shit.
No, it's not weird. It's not weird, but you do. But no, you listen, man. You really like the stuff that Mark.
Yeah,
he's like
and I churned it out. I churned it out
barbecue
every fucking weekend until it was gone. And Mark commented every single time.
Yeah, this poor guy. He's got to come out of retirement. If Mark was a good friend, he'd just tell you how he makes it, but he's not going to do that.
Dude, I don't know.
To be
give
fair,
you the recipe with all like the proportions.
To be fair, I don't know the recipe. All the recipes for our rubs and sauces. Okay, and we don't sell the sauces. We use the sauces, here locally because of the rubs we can sell here in Colorado and stuff, and I gift them to my friends here, stuff like that. Because
you gotta get like pasteurized and whatever.
Yeah, because with the sauces and stuff, you got to get it pasteurized, and you have all the FDA stuff. So we're like, no, we weren't.
Hold on, but you don't know what the recipe is for your rubs? How do you make them then?
I don't. My wife does. They're all her.
That's how.
Seriously, when we got into this, when we started doing backyard back in 2014, we redid our patio here in the house and bought a smoker, and we spent the entire summer.
I know you told me this
doing ribs.
Right?
So yeah, it was just every weekend we were doing ribs just to work out how to cook ribs and how to do, the
And plus,
stuff.
with the cooking, man, you don't want to give up all your secrets and shit, right? You got.
I don't know them. She knows them. She's got them all planned out. That's her plan, and she's the chemist. I'm just the arm candy.
So if you kidnap Mark, beat the shit out of him, like in
you wouldn't get no information.
Like he was like Morpheus in the Matrix when he's getting beat up by like Agent Smith.
Zero
he
dark.
Can't tell you like what's the recipe, and he's like, I don't know. He's not lying. Doesn't know.
I don't know.
We got a 0 dark 30 him next time we see him.
Yeah, we're gonna waterboard the shit out of
all
him.
the water bottles. Just come on in, Mark. Just come in. It's okay, buddy. Come on.
So do you man the smoker? That's your job?
Yes, that is my part. So my contribution is to look like arm candy for my wife, and then I do the smoking and the heavy lifting and stuff like that. So yeah.
Listen, I know that you would do a lot at the shows for people where you would barbecue and people would eat, right? You would bring your like stuff, right?
Well, the Northern Colorado Amps Club. Everybody,
thanks for the invite.
Thank you. Well,
the infamous trail mix.
We do the travel mix. Jamie again, her trail mix, all of her stuff, the snacks, the cookies. Every year for Christmas we'll do anywhere. We always say, we're only going to do a couple batches of cookies this year. We end up doing, a light year is like 7 or 8 different varieties. And
that's awesome.
A whole 4x8 kitchen table.
You enjoy it,
put
man.
all the leaves in there and do it.
Just like Rob, he enjoys it. We joke around to break his chops, but he enjoys it. Like it's like, listen, that's some people's jobs. It's a lot of people's hobbies. It's a hobby for a lot of people where they really take it seriously.
And you know what? It's a little bit of knowledge goes a long ways for somebody that actually wants to kind of get into it, because there's a lot of people that are just they buy this thing, they try it once, and they're like, fuck it. Right. Now you're getting a Traeger for fucking a good price, right?
But you're not wrong. The smoker that we use, Rob. Okay, we won our very first competition. We did a backyard barbecue grill competition. Very first one, they called out my wife's name, and on the video you hear me go, "Holy shit!" Because we were like, we're figuring bottom of the barrel, not even placing. We didn't know, whatever we did. They called it, and the grand prize was a brand new Green Mountain smoker, and that's what we use.
Some of those barbecue competitions, man, where like people like the grand, like watching people doing like I guess it's the ribs and the chicken and the brisket and things like that. And it's big time. These people winning big time money if you get in like the top 10, right? Like I guess or whatever. And
we were judging last weekend.
The biggest thing that people need to understand is you either need a probe or both, or an instant read thermometer. You need both. If you're gonna cook, you need those. If you don't have those, don't even bother starting.
You need a quality one.
What did Dean say?
You got a 3 hours. It must be done. No.
Oh, I got a Blackstone. I love the Blackstone, but the Blackstones are good for like breakfast, pancakes, fried rice, doing like stir fry on there, like we barbecue. I got a 4-burner Blackstone. I love it. It's good.
Smoking is you get a case of beer, you hang out with your plants outside, you fucking watch the smoker. That's my
Rob Adams is like, what are you doing? It's like when he's in his like barbecuing smoking modes, like not smoking the guns. I'm talking about smoking the meat. Like there's Rob just outside for like 10 hours just watching his meat just smoke. Like
just watching smoke billow.
He's like just outside the whole time.
Yeah, man.
But this door.
Well, what I got to do is get myself a good quality smoker. I can turn out good quality shit, but my smoker's not great.
So fucking dude.
Oh, your stuff looks good, man. Don't get me wrong. If I was in the area, I'd stop by and
well, he's using your rubs, man. So it's like really Mark.
Not just that, though. That's part of it, but it's not all of it.
That's part of it, but not
when you see that nice smoke ring and everything.
Yep.
He's the next Myron Mixon over here. You're the next Myron Mixon, even though you're from Canada. I don't know if you know Myron Mixon. You know him?
I do not.
I do.
How do you not know Myron Mixon and you're a barbecue? He's like the best barbecue ever.
Yeah.
Jackson South. The guy's
Well,
the guy's very.
I'm more
arrogant, but
partial
he's
to
awesome.
Tuffy Stone myself.
Oh, you're a
but
Tuffy fan? Tuffy's
Well,
great.
I watch
To
Meat
be
Church,
fair,
man. Meat
Tuffy's
Church is
great.
good.
No, Tuffy's great.
I like Meat Church.
Meat Church is
Barbecue-
good, but to be
barbecue
fair,
pit
Rob,
bulls.
our dog was named Tuffy, as in after Tuffy Stone. So
You named
yeah,
your dog after Tuffy Stone?
we did.
Did you ever see
Jamie
the
and I,
one? There
we
was
had
one
just
Bob.
we had just adopted him, and we were looking for throwing out different names to see what he'd react. We said Tuffy, and he's like, "Oh,
Tuffy. Dude, there was one
Like,
episode.
okay.
There was one of the early Barbecue Master episodes where they showed the actual competitions before they did like
Mhm.
the other
Yep.
things that they did, and where they were at those big competitions throughout the country. And
like
Tuffy's
Kansas
like
and-
got his like whole thing with his brisket. He's all excited, and he forgot to sauce his meat before it goes out. Like he worked like on this new sauce, and he's doing all this stuff, and he does his box. His wife runs it out to go because she's
Yep.
like timed, right? And he's
Yep.
like, I can't believe it. I forgot to sauce my meat. Like I spent all this time prepping. I forgot to sauce my meat, and he won first in the fucking competition. It's like, dude, then what? So either you're doing something wrong.
Well,
if you're-
sauce can be kind of like mud on an armor model.
sauce
Well,
can
no.
be, yeah, exactly. Sauce is like mud on weathering on an armor kit sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just did so.
What's
we just
underneath
did
this fucking shit?
Yeah, my wife
Right?
and I, we did a, we judged Jamie and I. That's my wife. We judged a barbecue competition this past weekend, Saturday, and some of you look at the boxes there. We were looking at judging ribs, the ribs category and stuff, and you look at some of the boxes, and yeah, they were sauced really nice, but the first box I looked at, they had a little bit more. They were a little too overdone, a little char.
with the appearance, were they on
on-
top of all like the greens and stuff too?
Yeah, they're exactly like they had the traditional box and stuff. You open it up and it's like, yep, okay. And the guy had the beautiful glaze with the sauce on it and everything like this. But you're like, okay. And then you're like, I'm pulling it. I'm like, yeah, okay. He's covering
Isn't it
some
about more
blood on
about
an armor.
the taste than anything though? Like, does it really? Are you doing the pull test? On
Yeah,
the
you do
brisket?
the. Yeah, there's three. So in competition,
your
you've
eyes
got
Taste,
first,
taste.
appearance, and
Yeah, you've got taste, tenderness, and then
Tenderness.
appearance.
right.
So
Oh, yeah, we should get
In
Rob
the-
Adams
in
to
the,
start
in the
judging
weed
everything.
world, that's called bag appeal. Just saying.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a sauce guy, anyways. I don't like putting sauces on much of anything. If somebody wants sauce, they can put it on the side of their plate.
Well, I mean, you got-
Honestly,
I mean, well,
You want
Well-
that bark, and you want all.
well, I
that's
mean,
what
I guess
want,
that like
right?
there's,
Yeah.
I guess the dry style ribs, and then there's the wet style ribs.
Yeah,
What's
I'm a
the
dry
best?
Dry guy.
yeah, when
I
we
like
do,
dry.
my wife came up with Jamie came up with her own sauce that we use. Tangy pineapple, which will look really good on pulled pork, like like a pork
Now I'm
shoulder and
hungry, yeah.
stuff like
Which
that.
helps
Yeah.
tenderize the meat too, man.
Oh yeah,
I-
it's just
I'm a wet.
yeah.
I've seen this
Yeah,
recipe. Where
I
you
mean,
cut
Look
you
the
at
asked
Dean,
sauce-
he's
there-
like, I'm a wet
you know-
guy. That doesn't sound too good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
mean,
dry
there's,
guy.
there's a few of the guys here, like Theron and stuff. They've been over to the house. They've had it. He can. Yeah, he says he loves the food at the meetings. Most everybody just shows
He's
up.
not an
tastes-
armor guy. What is he coming to an amps meeting for? He's a plane guy.
To be fair, our amps meeting, I've got aircraft guys, I've got car guys, I've got armor guys. I mean, I've got figure guys. I got
I don't want to hear it.
airplane, all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
No.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll tell
you
you.
come
a quick-
over and you're getting good food and good
No,
camaraderie.
but that's I,
mean,
know the guy. Listen, man, hold on, Rob. I know all the guys really enjoy your food. Even Rob, even though he's eaten by extension with your rubs, right, Rob?
Yep, extension.
He definitely wants you to. He needs Frankie to mule him up some. Like, definitely put him in one of those gallon buckets, 5-gallon bucket. full
Oh,
of
yeah,
rub.
right.
Like
You
a
know,
clean
I'll-
Home Depot bucket.
And
Yeah.
like he had a whole thing all lined up for me, and by the time we figured out shipping and everything, it was like,
Yeah, it's gonna be like $150.
yeah,
Yeah.
a US.
Yeah, but it's worth it
Yeah.
though, you cheap bastard. If it's good, Rob,
I know,
can't pay
but
the
there's
$150.
you got to draw the line.
I
at some
even
point.
No,
we
you don't,
even did
not for good
special
shit.
bottles for you, Rob. We were all set for that.
Dude, come on,
instead
Rob,
of the
you're such a
traditional
cheap
smaller bottles, we did the
fucking
bigger
guy.
bottles. We went out and
You're
ordered
You're
special
cheap,
bottles.
bro.
just for you.
$150 for all that,
So-
Rob. How many fucking meals you get
Yep.
out of that?
Yep.
Oh,
How many meals?
Yep.
Christ.
And we gave you
Okay.
3 of them. We're gonna
Dude,
do
I'm
that.
like,
So
God, dude.
I'm gonna give them to Mr. Donati, and yeah.
I spent
They may or may
$150
not
on
make it.
breakfast this
and
morning.
whether
for
they make
Christ's
them
sake.
or may not, that's
Once
you
it
know,
leaves Mark's hand, who the hell knows where it ends up,
I
right?
don't care. Yeah.
Things will happen.
Dude. All right. Well,
There'll be
listen,
a
we're
Merry
going
Christmas
to about
to
2 hours here, so we're going to try
All
to
right.
wind this down. This was a great night, Mark. I'm really glad you came on, man. This was a lot of fun. It was great seeing your work. Like I said, your cars, the figures, the tanks, everything. Doing
Appreciate
great, and I'm really excited about you getting in Abrams squad. I know you were really excited about that, and that's really nice. All right, see you later, Paul. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. Yeah,
I
Adams,
will,
get some
Paul.
modeling done.
I
instead of
know I
fucking
will. I'm
complaining.
actually pretty fucking. Mark's got me
no pictures
motivated
of
right now.
barbecue. Yeah,
That RFM Striker is like tickling my fancy.
no,
right
it's good, and it's only
Yeah,
like a $50
dude,
kit.
it's a
so
beautiful
not
build. It's a beautiful build. It's
yeah,
worth
it's
it.
good stuff. You
Get
can
the upgrade set.
yeah.
The upgrade set is definitely worth it. It's got a little bit of photo etch and stuff on it. It's really got.
It's not
it's
that
kinda
bad
like-
photo etch wise. Yeah,
No,
there's nothing
It's
crazy.
really not. It's actually
cut
the
and
buckles on
screw.
the front, glacis and stuff like that for the bolts. Those
Yeah.
were nice because they're very prominent, and I liked it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right. Cool.
All
Man.
right, Mark, we're gonna kind of sign off, guys. Thanks in the chat for coming on a Thursday for 2. It was really nice, and we should be back next week. I don't know who our guest is gonna be. Who I think Kat is gonna come on if we can get her on. Kat Morrell. If Kat's not even in the room tonight.
She was.
She was.
Oh, she was. I thought she usually like says something
We
disparaging.
probably lost her at the 45 minutes of barbecue discussion.
What's up, Jim?
Ah,
Well, hold on. What did Jim say?
Want to know when the next podcast is coming?
It's already recorded. I got to finish editing it. I was hoping to get it out by tomorrow, but I just had other commitments going on. But I will get it out.
Retiring.
Well, not to stop, but I was kind of had to get an article done. Deadline for that. So we're going to. It should be out by the middle of this week coming, as well as an episode of the Quarter Scale as well. We have one that was in the can for a while that I have to get out as well, and then it's on to our episode 50 for the Modeling Insanity podcast. So 49 will be out. Then we're going to record episode 50. Yeah, remember we record every 3 weeks to every month. We don't do every 2 weeks like the other shows. So it's just too much, and you don't want to listen to fucking Rob Adams every fucking 2 weeks, do you?
Or you?
No, not Rob Adams. No.
No, not at all. All right, so
the one that makes the editing the hardest.
Yeah, when the last episode were actually pretty good. So I haven't really listened to everything yet, but it should be a quick edit. We'll be good. All right, we're gonna sign off. Mark, thanks for coming on, bud. We appreciate everybody in the chat being here. So for the Modeling Insanity podcast and TV, I'm Rob Rev, and with my co-host, Mr. Frankie Donati.
Thanks for spending some time with us,
Mr. Rob Adams.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Mr. Justin Ryan.
Have a good night.
Oh my God.
And our special guest tonight, Mr. Mark Brad.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the invite, guys. Really do, and appreciate the time and the camaraderie. Thank you.
Yeah, this was great, Mark. Thank you for coming on. Stay with us. We're gonna hang out for 1 second when we get off. But thanks again, guys, for coming on, and we will catch you on the flip side. Great time.
over the